Hey everybody, and welcome back to Axion Token. In this video, we're going to look at the live stream from Axion Official only a couple hours ago on the Axion Immutable Day, of course, making Axion's contract immutable. So we're going to listen through this. Hope you guys enjoy it, and I might stop it here and there, explaining something or looking at, making some questions or something like that. So let's get into it, folks. Hope you guys enjoy that. Don't forget to leave your comments after the video is posted, and of course, I'll respond to those. Get into Discord and Telegram. It's getting exciting and Axion and ramping up. This team's doing a great job. So let's get into it. I'll post the original video in the video description afterwards.
Got 15,000-ish token holders out there between liquid and staked. And we want to make sure everybody knows that, what's happening with their investment and that decision that they made a long time ago. Yeah, that'd be awesome. So we'll just jump into this. So we are about to push the last update to the accelerator that will ever be made. So let me see how I do this. There we go.
Yep, we can see your screen perfect.
So we actually are calling, and I can't remember if we actually said this yet. We're calling this campaign Locked and Loaded. The entire campaign that we've kind of developed is locked and loaded, and we are not feature complete. We are still going to be able to build out and on top of our ecosystem. We're still going to be able to bring in some awesome partnerships. We're going to be able to develop secondary token use. And so Axion is so far from being feature complete, it's not funny, but we are going to be locked and loaded. So if you look at this right now, so currently in the accelerator, our buybacks are at 65%. We have 20% going to the OTC and 15% going to the foundation. So how we're going to stage this moving forward is there will be a 5% reduction in the buyback burn, but we are bringing back the Bitcoin rewards. Now, this number is not very huge. I get it, but it's sustainable. And that's what's critical, is this is sustainable. And then where the OTC currently is 20%, we're taking this number and we're breaking it up between the OTC and the Treasury. So the OTC, and I got another slide where I'll kind of break this down, but this is going to be broken down into the OTC and the Treasury, and the foundation is also given up 5%, so the 5% really is coming from our foundation and from the buyback and burn. However, and this is kind of important,
just want to pause it there for a quick second, is that BTC rewards, obviously these used to be called BTC divs. Currently there's 0. They're going to be made immutable. In other words, not being able to change at 10%, which is more sustainable than they used to be really high in the past. Obviously that was unsustainable. So I think moving to 10% is pretty good in my view. Let me know in the chat what you think. We've also got OTC. OTC means over the counter. Typically that's between buying out a big whale or something, or just doing a one-on-one trade, and of course off the market there. So that doesn't affect the Axion price on the market, so you don't get big dumping if a whale wants to exit, and maybe not too much of a big increase in price if they're buying in. So we'll see how this mechanism is used. The Treasury, of course, is going to get 10%, so I look forward to hearing more about that. And the foundation is going to reduce from 15% down 10%. Foundation is the team operating costs for the team, which do an amazing job. So there we are. They're taking a little bit of cut, but of course, if the price goes up and everything else moves forward, then that will increase in total size. So we're looking forward to that. Right, let's continue on.
With the OTC, that will be buying back and burning, or buying back and injecting Axion into our liquidity. So where the initial buyback and burn might be dropping 5%, it's going to be increased by about 10% here. And that will be handled depending on the market conditions. So funds will be used to buy Axion, to be burned or added to liquidity depending on our market conditions. Much like what we've done here recently, we have taken some of the OTC funds that we had built up, And we've been using that to buy back Axion in preparation to be injected into our liquidity. And we will be launching the T-bills next week with our on a mutable day, if you will. And so those funds are going to be sent over this afternoon so that ApeSwap can prepare to build that our Treasury bill, which will be our first Treasury bill over on ApeSwap. And what anybody who's participating in the Jungle Farm right now will be able to take the funds that they have in the Jungle Farm, and once the Jungle Farm expires, and if you were paying attention here last week, it reached an expiration which we extended because we wanted to have it still in place once we launched our T-bill. So you'll be.
So that's really good news. So some of the OTC funds, they've been buying some on the market. They're going to get sending it over to ApeSwap for the T-bills and setting it up. So that's really, really good and buying some Axion. So I like that. That's a good direction. So nice that they've been doing that. Let's get on to it.
Be able to take the liquidity, the LP that you have staked in the Jungle Farm, and you'll be able to stake it as a Treasury bill. And then what that will do for the ecosystem is that will solidify and help us grow our liquidity in a way that the ecosystem can maintain that liquidity. And so the same thing will be with the Treasury funds. We've got the Treasury fund. So we're taking that OTC, we're breaking it in half. Half will go to the OTC and half will go to Treasury. These funds will be used to buy back Axion and will be added to liquidity. We're calling that buy back and hold and buy back and build. So it'll go, it can be paired up with the OTC funds for liquidity. We can buy back Axion and use it to launch incentives, develop partnerships, issue bonds, and more. And really what that's going to do is it's going to go back to kind of help rebuild the Treasury so that Axion can continue to grow liquidity and continue to develop opportunities outside of our ecosystem through partnerships. And the foundation funds from the accelerator that go to support the ecosystem as a whole. Basically, these are going to be funds that keep the lights on, keep the servers running, keep the website up to date, keep us, keep mods in Discord, make sure that we have a team that is able to function and continue to grow the Axion ecosystem. And then, of course, the big one.
So that's really exciting to see that. So the Treasury funds there used to buy back Axion. That's really positive, obviously, in addition to the OTC pool, potentially. And, of course, to be added to liquidity, which is great for liquidity. Obviously, people buying in and out. And, of course, launch incentives, develop partnerships, and issue bonds. So a bit of business development. And, of course, partnerships can be potentially huge value add. And, of course, the foundation there, pretty good too. Funds from the accelerator that go to support the ecosystem as a whole, pay the bills and keeps the lights on, obviously, for this wonderful team that's doing a really great job. So I think that's really cool. Very, very excited to see that. They've got more in store. Now, you might have remember him saying earlier about a second token. That could lead into some very nice avenues and possibilities. So I'm looking forward to that. So pretty cool. Let's continue on.
There. The BTC rewards. So I'm not sure if we're going to be pushing this update this afternoon. We had wanted to push it before this afternoon, but there's just a lot going on. We're making sure we're going back over all the changes and making sure that once we push that update, that potentially we do not have to push another update before Immutable Day. And we can see that it's functioning the way that we expect it to function as we approach that moment when we actually make the contracts non-upgradable. So yeah, and there's one other kind of caveat in this whole thing that we're really excited about, and you're just going to have to come back next Tuesday to hear that and for us to be able to kind of explain that. But there is one pretty awesome caveat to all of this that we're going to be locking into the ecosystem as well. So I think that kind of covers it, guys. Any points or any thoughts that
so that's pretty exciting. So it looks like they're working towards that immutable day. And of course, they're going to do some updates later on. So we should get some announcements from the Axion official team on Discord and Telegram. That should be exciting, giving an update exactly when this happens. Obviously, they've got another video coming up as well. I'll leave the link to that. So definitely get yourself, click the notifications for that video coming up for Immutable Day. So they're going to be checking the contracts more, doing that. Also, a big surprise announcement. They said a caveat there for the immutable contract sounds might be a really cool feature. So excited about that. So let's just see what else they've got at the tail end of that. That's pretty much the main stuff.
do you think
Well, there's a question actually from Mitul Seth. I'm sorry if I'm butchering your name.
which
He
one?
says, I'm joining almost after 1 year. What is this news around?
All right, so that does seem to be the main part of the update. There is question times in there. This is currently about 22 minutes through the video, so you can catch up and watch the rest of the Q&A at the end. There's lots of other stuff in there as well, so definitely go and listen to the source video. I'll leave that in the link in the video description. I will give you updates as more information comes in. Hope you guys enjoy that. It's getting exciting, working towards Immutable Day. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, I think they were planning on doing it today, but if they're doing more checks, and so we'll just be patient, and I'll post the next video that they've got scheduled in the video description there. Don't forget to get in Telegram and Discord for all the latest and greatest from the team and themselves, from Meadow and everybody doing a great job. So big shout out. All right, take care. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell. Look forward to your comments as well. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now. Take